Hello, and a very warm welcome to SportsLumo's 50 Greatest Olympic Moments for India. I'm Siddharth Viswanathan, Editor-in-Chief of SportsLumo.com, and in this special episode, I hail and praise independent India's first Olympic hero. Folks, a town called Goleshwar in Satara would not make up a very ideal place for India's first individual medal, right? You're wrong. Small town heroes make the maximum impact on the world stage. This is what happened with this one individual. His family belonged to wrestling, but they were actively involved in India's independence struggle, freedom struggle. In 1939, when the Quit India movement was at its peak, his family sheltered the revolutionaries. He made a name for himself at a very young age, dominating wrestling encounters in the village and then in the district. Slowly but surely, a separate identity was being created by this individual. No one realized it at that time, but Satara was going to be put on the world map in Olympics because of the exploits of KD Jadhav. In this episode, I will focus upon the triumph of KD Jadhav and his 1952 bronze in Helsinki, which was independent India's first ever individual medal. As I mentioned before, folks, KD Jadhav and his entire family belonged to wrestling. He received training from several prominent personalities in the village. Slowly and steadily, funds were being collected. They touted him as the next big thing in wrestling. The Maharaja of Kolhapur at that time, Chhatrapati Shahu, organized his trip to London. They thought he would make an impact in the 1948 London Olympics, but he didn't. Freestyle mat of wrestling was very, very new. Freestyle wrestling on the mat in particular was very, very new to KD Jadhav. He was more used to the mud pits at the akhadas in his village or in his school or in his college. He did get training from a former champion. All that put him in a very good streak heading into 1952 Helsinki. He moved to the 125 kilo category and he stunned the world with his performance. KD Jadhav secured the bronze. So big was his achievement that the hockey gold was knocked off the front pages. KD Jadhav was given a hero's welcome. When he arrived by train to his native town of Karad, thousands, you can even say millions, had attended, and they wanted to see India's first individual medal. From the station to a Shiv temple, it would normally have taken 15 minutes. But for KD Jadhav, it took 7 hours just to get to the temple. Bullock cart cavalcades, instruments, dhols were lined up throughout the way. The celebrations in India and in Satara were a sight to behold, folks. KD Jadhav had put India on the world map. Apart from hockey, the world knew that India could also produce classic wrestlers, and KD Jadhav was one of them. Not many people know this, folks, But in 1952, just before he had to go to the Olympics, he didn't have enough money. Who helped him out in that way? A certain Professor Davolkar. He mortgaged his own house to arrange the funds and ensure KD Jadhav went to Helsinki and attained glory. All those helps, all those assistances were never forgotten. But sadly, all the celebrations were put in one side. The later years were not too kind on KD Jadhav. He joined the police force. He rose up to the ranks. But recognition and monetary benefits remained very far from him. KD Jadhav did come in 1982 for the Asian Games to become one of the flag bearers to start off the games. But apart from that, after his Helsinki triumph, all the way till his death, he was not treated well. That reflected in the psyche of the Indian public at that time. Celebrity status was very, very volatile. One day you had it, one day you didn't. When KD Jadhav died, Indian sports lost a big stalwart. But recognition did not come to KD Jadhav until 10 years. He was awarded several government awards, but it all came too late. When he was alive, his worth was never understood. Today, the wrestling arena in Delhi is named after KD Jadhav. Perhaps it was not a good way to treat one of India's first individual medal winners. But there can be no denying the fact that a nationalist, freedom-loving Indian would ultimately become the first individual medal winner in Olympics. That was KD Jadhav. A big salute to KD Jadhav from SportsLumo.com. Thank you so much for listening to the special episode, folks. Press the subscribe button. Tap the bell icon. Like, comment and share, folks. Spread the word about SportsLumo, highlighting these 50 greatest Olympic moments for India. An in-depth analytical look at all the special events where India have excelled. In the upcoming episode, I will focus upon the first big stride that India made in the Olympics. It all goes back to the beginning, folks. You would not want to miss this. Until then, take care. See you.